Separating emotions from our decisions. Don't let your emotions get involved. Hello, y'all. I'm Diana Brienne. I believe emotions are designed for a purpose. I believe God gave us emotions. That's what kind of separates us from different animals. I believe, although I think all animals probably have emotions at different levels. I'm not an expert at that, but I will say that it's important to be able to control our emotions. Someone who cannot control their emotions cannot control their lives. That's my cuckoo clock going off. Between the grandfather clocks and the cuckoo clocks and the telephones, that's my life, and I love it. So, emotions, when we're making a decision, if we're emotional about the decision, we may not make the right decision. But if we can kind of separate our emotions from the decision, if at all possible, we're not always able to do that. But when we can separate the emotions, often we can make a better decision. And it's like going for a car. If I've just got to have that car, oh my gosh, this is the most beautiful car I've ever seen, I'm probably going to end up paying too much for it. But whereas if I can separate my emotions from it and say, this is a great car, I would like to have it, and yet it's got to be at the right price, I'm likely to get a far better deal on that. When we're in relationships and we become emotional about the relationship, and that's part of relationships. We show love, we show all kinds of healthy emotions, hopefully, in relationships. And yet, when we become hurt, let's say, oh, I'm so hurt over what you said or what you did, then we are allowing that hurt to drive our relationship. We're allowing that hurt to take over the common sense part of that relationship. Maybe we'll back off, and maybe we'll act really, there's a word for it, and I can't think of the word, but where we sulk about something. When we sulk, we're basically diminishing who we are, because what happens is we're sulking about something. Instead of resolving it or making it better, we're backing off and we're acting like we're mad, or we just don't want to talk. And sulking is often just not a good way to go. And we're letting our emotions rule our common sense. And I think when people let their emotions rule their common sense, often they make so many blunders and so many mistakes. Whether it's oh, I'm so in love, I'm so in love, I'm so in love. Well, being in love is an emotion. It's a wonderful emotion, and I'm all for that. And yet I make sure it's balanced with my common sense. And if I think I need to make a decision in regards to an important relationship, I try to kind of momentarily stop my emotions, and I try to think about it clearly from an intellectual point of view, a non-emotional point of view. And then I can bring back the emotions after if I choose to do that. Whereas if we go, oh, I love this person, I got to marry this person, and yet we're not looking at the whole picture, we may end up marrying the wrong person. Whereas if we can step back for a little bit, assess the whole relationship from a non-emotional point of view, and it's right, then we can step back in with all those wonderful emotions. And so for me, I believe that sometimes the best thing we can do is separate our emotions from the decision that we're going to make or what we're doing at the moment, at least for the moment, so that we can make wise and good decisions, great decisions, from my house to yours. May God bless you, and I hope to talk to you soon again. Bye-bye.